The camera opens with a stunning shot of deep space. The stars shimmer in the background, and we zoom in on a massive, imposing space station orbiting a distant planet. Inside the station, the Galactic Empire's War Council is in session. The atmosphere is tense yet filled with arrogance. The council members, a group of cold, calculating alien leaders, sit around a long, sleek table, each one watching a holographic display in front of them. The hologram shows Earth, a small, blue planet, with its defense systems scattered and weak compared to the Empire's might. One of the higher-ranking generals, a tall alien with sharp features and a smug expression, leans forward and scoffs. He taps the hologram with a clawed finger, causing Earth's defenses to flicker weakly on the screen. He smirks and speaks with arrogance, conquering this insignificant planet will be nothing more than a simple exercise. His voice echoes in the room as the other council members chuckle lightly, dismissing Earth as nothing more than a primitive world, full of soft, weak humans. The general continues, "Our fleet will crush them with ease." The council agrees unanimously, laughing and boasting about how Earth has no chance against the Galactic Empire. They decide it's time for a demonstration of power, a brutal attack to crush any hope of resistance. A fleet of massive warships is immediately deployed, heading straight for Earth, to show them the might of the Empire and leave no room for doubt. Meanwhile, on Earth, the scene shifts to a global military command center deep underground. The room is filled with people in a frantic state, scrambling to assess the incoming threat. Sirens blare, and red lights flash across the walls. Military officers and strategists shout orders, but chaos is in the air. Earth's defenses seem to be failing under the incoming threat of the Empire's fleet. The massive ships of the Empire are visible on radar, heading toward Earth at an alarming speed. A young officer, his hands trembling as he types away at a console, looks up with a worried expression. "If Project Erebus fails, humanity is doomed," he says, his voice shaky but serious. He knows that Project Erebus is Earth's last hope, the only thing that could stand a chance against the Empire's overwhelming force. A senior officer walks up behind him, holding a classified file. The officer opens it carefully, revealing the image of a single warship, the Erebus. The Erebus is Earth's most advanced weapon, a top-secret, experimental ship equipped with cloaking technology, artificial intelligence, and devastating weapons. Its capabilities are classified, and only a handful of people know about it. The officer looks grimly at the file and says, "This is humanity's final stand." As the camera zooms in on the file, a sense of urgency fills the air. The officer signals to the others, and within moments, the Erebus is deployed, its mission to confront the Empire's fleet and defend Earth, no matter the cost. Cut to space. The vast emptiness of the universe surrounds us, but now the calm is broken as the Empire's fleet appears. Massive warships, each hundreds of times larger than the Erebus, drift toward Earth. The camera pulls back to reveal their immense size, and the space around them lights up as they move closer to the planet. These ships are unlike anything Earth has ever seen, towering behemoths of dark metal, armed to the teeth with weapons that could obliterate an entire continent with a single shot. Back on Earth, the military command center is in a state of panic. The radar systems show multiple incoming targets, but Earth's defenses seem to be offline. The display flickers and shows Earth's military positions as completely vulnerable. The enemy fleet is just moments away from striking. There is a brief silence in the room before a senior officer breaks it, his voice cold and commanding, "Prepare for impact. Activate the Erebus." Just as the screen shows Earth's defenses falling, there's a sudden flash of light in space. The Erebus appears from a cloak, silently emerging like a shadow in the void. For the first time in the story, a sliver of hope cuts through the tension. The Erebus is Earth's answer to the Empire's arrogance, but will it be enough? As the camera pulls back to the Empire's approaching ships, their weapons begin to power up, ready for the devastating first strike. The fate of Earth is hanging by a thread. The stage is set for the ultimate battle, and the audience is left on the edge of their seats, wondering if the Erebus and humanity's last hope will be able to stand against the might of the Empire. The peace of space is shattered as the Empire's fleet unleashes its devastating assault on Earth. High above, Earth's satellites and space stations are obliterated in seconds, fiery explosions lighting up the darkness of space. The Empire's flagship looms over the planet, massive and menacing, as the first waves of bombardment begin. On Earth, chaos erupts as civilians panic. News broadcasts show people running for cover, some even attempting to flee to underground bunkers. The military is scrambling to respond, but the enemy's overwhelming force is clear. Empire ships seem unstoppable, their weapons tearing apart everything in their path. Earth's military defense systems are failing, and the skies are filled with the blinding lights of destruction. In the midst of this destruction, the Empire's commander broadcasts his message across all channels, his voice cold and filled with disdain. "This is what happens to those who resist the Empire," he declares, his words echoing throughout the devastated world. It's a warning to Earth and to any who would challenge the might of the Galactic Empire. Just as all hope seems lost, a voice cuts through the despair. Commander Alex Carter, the leader of Earth's remaining defense forces, stands firm as he gives the order to activate the final gambit, the Erebus. From the depths of Earth's military base, hidden from the Empire's radar, the Erebus is launched into space. It is no ordinary ship, sleek and jet black, the Erebus seems to disappear into the shadows of space itself. With its cloaking technology, it vanishes from the enemy's sensors, leaving only the faintest trace of its presence. This ship is humanity's secret weapon, a hyper-advanced vessel equipped with AI-assisted weaponry, state-of-the-art shielding systems, and unmatched maneuverability. It is the only chance Earth has to fight back against the Empire's overwhelming force. As the Erebus powers up its engines, Commander Carter looks to his crew. "We fight for Earth," he says, determination in his voice. The Erebus slips into stealth mode, becoming invisible to the Empire's ships as it moves silently through the vastness of space. The Erebus approaches the Empire flagship unnoticed, its cloaking device making it invisible to the enemy. The ship moves closer, unseen by the Empire's vast fleet, until it is within striking distance. Then, without warning, the Erebus deactivates its stealth mode and launches a surprise attack. The Empire flagship is completely unprepared for the sudden assault. The Erebus's AI-assisted targeting system locks onto the flagship's weak spots, firing a series of precise, devastating shots that pierce through the enemy ship's armor. The flagship shakes as its internal systems start to fail. Explosions rip through its hull, and the massive warship begins to lose control, crashing toward Earth's atmosphere in a fiery blaze. In the space battle that ensues, the Erebus uses its superior maneuverability to outclass the Empire's ships. It dodges incoming fire with agility that leaves the enemy ships in confusion. A close-quarters dogfight ensues between the Erebus and a squadron of Empire warships. The Erebus's advanced weaponry destroys one warship after another, each explosion lighting up the darkness of space. As the Empire fleet scrambles in confusion, trying to respond to the unexpected attack, the Erebus continues to tear through the chaos, targeting the most vulnerable ships. The Empire's forces are thrown into disarray. The confusion within their ranks is palpable as they try to regroup and counter the surprise assault. On Earth, the people watch in awe as the Erebus strikes back. This is humanity's first real victory against the Empire's might. Commander Carter, watching from the ship's bridge, feels the weight of the battle but also the hope that this unexpected counterattack has ignited across the planet. The tides of war are beginning to shift, and humanity has proven it will not go down without a fight. Commander Alex Carter stands in the dimly lit command center of the Erebus, staring at the battle unfolding on the screens. The Empire's fleet is growing stronger, and the enemy flagship remains a formidable threat. He knows that Earth's survival depends on one final, desperate attack, a risky maneuver that could either wipe out the flagship or cost humanity its greatest weapon. As the tension builds, Alex makes a difficult decision. He orders the Erebus to move closer to the flagship, locking in on the Empire's power core as the primary target. The maneuver will bring them dangerously close to the flagship, where a single hit could destroy the Erebus. The Erebus has to take the full brunt of the attack, and Alex knows the risks. The ship could explode, and they may never return. In a moment of quiet before the storm, Alex records a farewell message for his crew. His voice trembles slightly, but his words are firm. If this mission succeeds, Earth will survive. If it fails, humanity will remember the fight we gave. He pauses, his eyes reflecting a deep sorrow. To all my crew, and to the people of Earth, thank you. This is our last stand. The message is sent out to his crew and to Earth. The soldiers on the ground, the civilians, and the allies who have fought beside them all know what's at stake. It's a moment of emotional gravity, as Commander Alex faces the possibility of never seeing Earth again. His crew listens in silence, many feeling the weight of his words. There's no turning back now. The Empire, realizing the danger the Erebus poses, refocuses all its energy on stopping the human ship. The remaining fleet closes in, their weapons primed for a final, decisive attack. The Empire flagship moves into position, its massive guns aimed directly at the Erebus, determined to destroy it before it can strike. The Erebus is hit with a critical blow, a massive explosion rocks the ship, sending sparks flying and alarms blaring. The Erebus shudders under the impact, but Alex remains determined. Despite the damage, he refuses to abandon the mission. He orders the experimental weapon to be activated, a special antimatter pulse capable of wiping out an entire fleet in seconds. With the Erebus shaking and its systems failing, the pulse cannon fires. The powerful energy blast tears through space, racing toward the Empire flagship. The Empire fleet tries to move out of the way, but it's too late. The antimatter pulse strikes the flagship with devastating force, completely destroying the enormous ship in a blinding flash of light. The explosion is so powerful that it sends shockwaves through space, obliterating everything in its vicinity. The Empire's flagship is no more. Earth's forces have just dealt a massive blow to the Empire's might, but the cost has been tremendous. The Erebus is severely damaged, with fires breaking out across the ship and systems failing one by one. The victory comes at a high cost. Earth's ground forces are still under heavy fire, and many military bases have been destroyed. The Empire's retaliation has left a trail of destruction, and humanity's losses are mounting. Civilians are caught in the chaos, with buildings crumbling and entire cities falling under attack. Back in space, the Erebus is in critical condition. Despite its success in destroying the Empire flagship, the ship is barely holding together. The crew fights to keep it intact, but the damage is extensive. Commander Alex orders an emergency jump, hoping to escape before the Erebus is lost completely. As the ship initiates the jump, it disappears into the void, leaving the fate of its crew uncertain. The ship vanishes from the Empire's radar, and the remaining forces wonder if they will ever see Commander Alex and the Erebus again. The final moment leaves the audience on the edge of their seats, with hope and fear lingering in the air. Earth has struck a powerful blow against the Empire, but the Erebus and its crew are still lost in the vastness of space. This moment of uncertainty keeps the audience hooked, wondering what will happen next. The Erebus, barely holding together after its previous encounters, moves with astonishing precision towards the Empire's battleship. Commander Alex Carter has devised a dangerous but brilliant strategy. He's going for the battleship's underbelly, targeting a specific weak spot in its massive armor. This part of the ship is vulnerable, a flaw in the design that the Empire failed to notice. As the Erebus glides stealthily through space, its cloaking technology making it nearly invisible, Commander Alex orders his crew to prepare for the strike. The tension on board is palpable. They know that if they succeed, it could tip the balance of the entire war. But if they fail, it could mean the end of the Erebus and the destruction of their only hope. The crew holds their breath as Alex locks onto the target. With a quick command, the Erebus's advanced weapon systems unleash a devastating blast aimed directly at the battleship's weak spot. The shot hits its mark, causing an explosion that rips through the underside of the massive Empire ship. The shockwave is felt across the battlefield as one of the Empire's biggest warships begins to crumble. Pieces of the ship break away, and flames erupt from its hull. The rest of the Empire fleet watches in horror as their flagship begins to fall apart. The humans, it seems, are not as weak as they had thought. The Empire's arrogant belief that Earth's defenses were outdated is quickly shattering. One by one, Empire ships begin to fall. The Erebus, though damaged and struggling, continues its onslaught, using its speed and maneuverability to strike critical points on other battleships. The once imposing Empire fleet begins to fall into disarray. Commander Alex's calculated strikes have shattered their confidence, and now their ships are destroyed or severely damaged. The Empire's commanders watch in disbelief as their once unbeatable forces start crumbling under the pressure of humanity's unexpected tactics. Confusion spreads through the ranks as Empire ships retreat, trying to escape the devastating attacks of the Erebus. The Empire fleet's once perfect formation falls apart. Some ships try to flee, others continue to fire, but the damage has been done. Commander Alex knows the opportunity is now or never. He orders a full assault, pushing the Erebus to its limits, targeting every last ship that remains in their path. Back on Earth, the commanders in the military command center watch in awe as the reports start flooding in. The humans are actually winning. The Empire fleet, which had seemed invincible just hours before, is now on the run. The mood shifts from one of desperation to cautious optimism. Victory is within reach, but the war is far from over. The retreat of the Empire fleet may not mean the end of the conflict, but it is a crucial turning point in the battle. As the Empire fleet retreats, the Empire commanders finally realize what they've been up against: human adaptability and unexpected strategies. Earth's forces have been outgunned, but their ability to adapt, think on their feet, and exploit weaknesses has turned the tide of the battle. They didn't just rely on brute force, they used tactics and guile to defeat the overwhelming power of the Empire. The Erebus's success was a perfect example of this. It wasn't just the advanced technology that made it powerful, it was the strategic brilliance of Commander Alex and his crew. The Empire's commanders look on in disbelief as the humans continue to fight with unparalleled determination and ingenuity. They realize that Earth's tactical superiority has given them the upper hand. The Empire had underestimated their enemy, and now they must pay the price. The retreat is a recognition of Earth's strength, and a signal that the humans are no longer the underdogs they once were. With the Empire fleet in retreat, the humans have achieved something incredible. They've shown the galaxy that Earth is not to be underestimated. The Empire, the so-called rulers of the stars, have learned the hard way that they cannot crush humanity with sheer power alone. It's not about the size of the fleet or the number of weapons. It's about heart, resourcefulness, and the will to survive. As the Erebus moves through the wreckage of the battle, the crew lets out a collective sigh of relief. They've won a crucial victory, but they know the fight isn't over yet. Commander Alex looks out over the battlefield, knowing that this turning point is just the beginning. The Empire may have retreated, but they will return, and humanity will have to be ready. This victory, however, gives Earth hope. Humanity's fight against the Empire is far from over, but now, for the first time, it feels like the underdogs have a fighting chance. The story isn't just about defeating a larger enemy, it's about proving that humans are more than capable of rising to the challenge. As the Empire fleet retreats into the depths of space, leaving behind the wreckage of their once dominant force, the Erebus floats in the cold silence of space. The battle is over for now, but the war is far from won. Yet, there is no denying the significance of what has just occurred. For the first time, humanity has struck a devastating blow to the Galactic Empire, a force so powerful that it had once mocked Earth's defenses as primitive and insignificant. With their victory in hand, the Erebus broadcasts a signal to the retreating Empire fleet, sending a message that will echo across the stars. The signal is clear, crisp, and filled with a warning that resonates with everyone across the galaxy. Earth is not to be underestimated. This message is not just a declaration of Earth's survival, it's a statement that humanity is no longer a vulnerable target for the Empire or any other alien power. Earth's defenders have shown that they can outthink, outmaneuver, and outlast even the most powerful enemies. This single broadcast, simple yet powerful, marks a new era for humanity in the cosmos. The broadcast does not only reach the Empire, but also many other species across the galaxy who have been watching the confrontation unfold. From planets that once viewed Earth as weak to those that had thought they could exploit humanity, the Erebus signal sends a clear and unmistakable message: humans are not to be taken lightly. Back at the heart of the Galactic Empire, the High Council convenes in a grand, dimly lit chamber. They have just witnessed the failure of their seemingly unstoppable fleet and the rise of an unexpected threat. No one expected that humanity, a species they had long dismissed as insignificant, would be able to defeat them with such skill and cunning. The members of the High Council are no longer laughing at Earth's primitive technology or dismissing their ability to defend themselves. They are no longer viewing Earth as just a backward world. The Empire's leaders now realize that humanity is no longer an easy target. They have just learned a valuable lesson: Earth is a force to be reckoned with. What they once thought of as primitive defenses have now proven to be a formidable match against the most advanced military in the galaxy. In the council chamber, there is a tense silence as the realization sinks in. The Empire will have to change their strategy. They can no longer afford to view Earth as weak and inconsequential. Humanity has shown the galaxy that it can stand up to the most powerful threats, and it is willing to fight to protect its world. Earth is no longer the underdog, it is now a contender. Back on Earth, Commander Alex and his crew stand on the deck of the Erebus, looking out into space. The battle is over, but the message is just beginning to take shape. Earth has proven itself, not just to the Empire, but to the galaxy as a whole. Humanity's place in the cosmos has been forever changed. Commander Alex stands in front of his crew, who have all just witnessed the birth of a new era. They know that this victory will not be the last. The Empire will return, but humanity will be ready. As the camera zooms in on Alex's face, he delivers one final line, one that will be remembered by every human and alien alike. "Mock us again, and you'll see what one human can do." These words are not just a challenge to the Empire, they are a declaration to anyone who thinks they can defeat humanity. One human, standing on the edge of space, has just delivered a message that will echo through the stars. It is a message of strength, resilience, and defiance. With those words, the story ends, leaving humanity standing tall, unbroken, and ready for whatever comes next. Though this victory is significant, it is only the beginning. The battle for Earth's survival has just begun, and humanity will face many more challenges in the future. But with the courage, unity, and determination shown by Commander Alex and his crew, there is no doubt that humanity's message has been sent loud and clear across the galaxy: Earth is not to be underestimated. The Empire may have retreated, but they now know that humanity is no longer a helpless target. The tide has turned, and the galaxy will never look at Earth the same way again. The message is clear: humanity may be small in the vastness of space, but their spirit is fierce, and they will not go down without a fight.